Hey, Cross Timbers, can you believe it's already Friday of our first week of virtual learning? And it's a learning curve for all of us to bring lessons in this form. Every day at school, I start with a song for the day. And my hope is that each of those songs in some way teaches you a lesson. So for today's lesson, I'm using the song called The Man in the Mirror. And this song always makes me think of when I look in the mirror at myself, what kind of man do I see? Do I see someone that I like, that I appreciate, that I am working on every day to be who I want to be? Because we can't change anyone else. We just don't have that power. I wish I could make everyone be kind to others. I just don't have that power. I have the power to teach you. I have the power to try to get you to think about how you treat other people. But I realize it all comes back to who I choose to be, and that I have to work on that every day, the same as you do. So, for this week, what I want us to do is I want us to work on the person we see in the mirror. You've realized that you're lovable and valuable. But think about why you have the value that you have. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to get you a sheet of paper, and I want you to number from 1 to 10. And what I want you to do is I want to write down the traits, the characteristics that you like about yourself. Because all of us should be able to make a list of 10 things. I hope that you can. If you can't, then that's what you're going to work on this week. We're going to work on the person in the mirror. Now, I thought if I'm going to ask you to do it, I better do it myself. So I took the time to write down 10 of the things that I like about myself. 10 traits or qualities, characteristics that I like about who I am. And I just wrote them down. You don't have to have some magic sheet of paper. Any sheet of paper will do. Some of you may get more than 10. Some of you might get 20 or 30. That would be pretty cool. But I want you to start with 10. Encourage everyone in your house to do this. Okay? Here are my 10. My sense of humor. Now, I know one little guy who says, Mr. Scott, you're kind of corny. And that's true, I am. But you know what? I like that about myself. I am corny. That's my sense of humor. I think I'm a pretty good listener. I can sit down and keep my mouth shut and listen to other people. Not just the words that they're saying, but for the feelings that are behind that. I tend to be a very caring person. I'm going to love you regardless of whether you love me back. That's just me, and that's my choice. I can choose to be caring. Accepting. We don't all have to agree with one another. We don't all have to think the same things or feel the same things about different subjects or any of that. But we can still accept each other and realize that we have value regardless of whether or not we agree all the time with each other. Always learning. I always say to my kids on my bus, get smarter this week than you did last week. Because you can't waste a moment. This is the time to get online and learn about all sorts of things that maybe you didn't have the time to before that you have the time to now. And so I encourage you to do that. I share love with people. We can't just keep love to ourselves. We have to share it. And I heard once someone say that love is not a feeling. Love is actions. It's what we do. it doesn't mean anything to say I love you if we don't back it up with our actions. So I want our actions to back it up. And I work really hard so that my actions will back up my words when I say I love you. I'm honest. I tend to value the truth. I've heard before, the truth will set you free. And I think we all want to be free. So in order to do that, we must celebrate the truth and we must be honest. Positive. There are those that the cup is half empty and the cup's half full. Well, mine's half full and I keep trying to pour more water in it because I want to be positive. I want to look on the bright side of things. I don't want to be a negative person. And so valuing positivity is something that I do. My laugh. I know some people don't like my laugh. That's their problem. I like my laugh. It's a wasted day if you don't laugh. So I hope that you laugh today as well. And then the last thing that I put is I love and value my family. They are incredibly important to me. And I want them to know every day that they're important to me. I send generally every morning a morning message through text to my family. You might want to do that yourself. Maybe you start this day a routine that you're going to show the people that you love and value, them. One of the memes that I saw recently said, basically to tell the people that you love every day that they're important to you. So I hope that you do the same. Value and love each other. Make your list this week. I guess I got to pause this. Or we'll just start it over because that's what accidentally happened. So we'll just go with it, right? As you go through this next week, I want you to think about the things that you like about yourself. I want you to come out of this valuing who you are more than you did when we went into this. But you have to work at it. It doesn't just happen by accident. You have to think about who you want to be as a person. And then you have to make that happen. Be purposeful. Be intentional. Love who you are. Value who you are. Love those around you and value those around you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.